Tech companies are under increasing pressure to address what many insiders describe as digital addiction. New research shows 68% of American adults use Facebook. 74% of them check the site every day. We reported yesterday on former high-tech industry employees launching a so-called Truth About Tech campaign, warning against constant connectivity. They accuse companies like Facebook of fostering addictive behavior by, quote, making deliberate decisions that do great harm. Facebook's head of global safety, Antigone Davis, joins us now. Good morning.
Good morning.
Tell us about this question of addiction. The charge is that Facebook actively tries to get people addicted.
Well, first of all, there's a lot of misinformation and miscommunication about the concept of addiction and how people are engaging online. We really care at Facebook about making sure that people are engaging in a positive, safe way. So you may have seen recently on Facebook, we changed the way your news feed works to really encourage and support interactions with your family and friends and promote those meaningful conversations.
But those meaningful conversations may draw me in even deeper. I mean, those are what I want to know about, and therefore, wouldn't that make me more addicted?
Well, again, I think that we know that people are utilizing these technologies. We take this issue really seriously. We've invested in research to look at these issues, but we're really trying to develop ways that our technology is meaningful and positive for people. So changing news feed, or recently we launched Messenger Kids. I don't know how much you know about that, but that's a video chat app for kids that is actually has no ads, is parent controlled, is really designed to figure out what people need and to make sure that we're creating a positive experience.
We have done stories about that. Has Facebook done its own research into tech addiction?
Well, we've actually just recently put a lot of money investing into this research, and we've done some research. And what we do find is that people engage in different ways. So I'll give an example. Sometimes we see when people are posting about something that may distress them, that people will actually respond in a really positive way and provide support. Those are the kinds of connections that we want to ensure that we're helping to support and create.
I've been looking at some of the studies, and one of them that's been cited by the Association for Psychological Science found that nearly half of teens who spend more than 5 hours on electronic devices report feeling lonely, planned or attempted suicide. Too much screen time is a bad thing. Does Facebook agree with that?
Well, you know, I think this is really a question for parents, right? Every parent knows their child best. They know how much time they think a child should spend online and how they want them to use those technologies. And what we're trying to do is really give parents control. So, for instance, today, on Safer Internet Day, which is a day that marks online safety and being responsible with online technologies, we're launching something called Parent Conversations to ensure that parents have the tools that they need. Parent Conversations give parents the latest in academic research, the latest in research from child development experts to really give them the tools that they need to make those decisions wisely.
But as a parent, I don't want more tools. I want to stop having to dive in front of the phone that my children can't get away from. And do you worry that that kind of reaction may cause parents to throw the phone across the room and that's it? No more Facebook, no more nothing.
Well, I'll give an example with my own child. So,
how old is your child?
She's now college age. So we actually grew up with these technologies, sort of learning with these technologies. So I really understand as a mom deeply what it is to not know necessarily how to do this and where do I get advice, and which is part of what's behind all this work. But with my daughter, when we gave her phone, we saw the glow from her room at night, and I really wanted her to have downtime before bed. And so we made a rule, about an hour before bed, phones down. Well, her very first thing she said to me was, well, you don't do that. And so that was a good lesson for me. I had to learn to put my phone down, which we both did. We put it on my nightstand, and there it went down. Now, I did go back to check email before I went to bed, but then again, I put it down, which was really important.
Yeah, so you're saying, do what I do.
Yeah.
Parents should set their own examples, what you're saying. Yesterday, we had the people at the table from Truth About Tech, and they were saying if Facebook is really serious about this, they have to really change their business model. Do you think that that's necessary? Are there any plans for Facebook to do that?
Well, I think two examples that I gave are looking at how we utilize newsfeed and figuring out how we promote meaningful connections is one thing. And by the way, we knew when we did that that was going to probably decrease the amount of time spent on our platform, and it did. But that would seem like the right decision.
Is there evidence that
the business model is not altruistic? I mean, Facebook, I think, grew up as a way for people to share and connect. It has now become a way to make money. It's an advertising company. I mean, Facebook made $40 billion in advertising. You want people on there as often as possible because it helps you sell more ads.
Well, I think, again, I think we've made some changes to ensure, for instance, in newsfeed, but I do think we're really looking to create positive connections, and that's a long-term business model. I mean, doing what's right for this is actually in our best interest. It is in our best interest for people, as well as for the community, people using Facebook, for the connections to be meaningful, for people to see value, and that's what we're trying to accomplish.
To connect on that level. Well, Antigone, so great to have you here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you
we
for letting me be
appreciate
here.
it.